Fuel capacity indicates the tractor's fuel tank capacity in liters. Fuel usage is the fuel usage expressed in liters per meter, convert in distance. Downforce is a downwards force pushing the vehicle towards the ground. This is used when tuning, since the normal simulated gravitational pull alone may not be enough to push the vehicle downwards. The list of components lays out the physical components that make up the vehicle. For this reason, the number of components is determined by the attribute count. Each component is labeled Component 1, Component 2, etc. Using the optional attribute center of mass, we can set the center of mass of the object. Normally this should be defined as roughly in the middle of the object, but it should be situated at the bottom. Since the center of mass is located at the bottom at ground level, this will prevent the vehicle from toppling over. The attribute solver iteration count defines the quality of the physics simulation. When there's only one component, it should be set at a value of 10. This is where the cameras are defined. The number of cameras is set by the value count. For each camera, the index path is used to set the index attributes of the camera object in the i3D file. If the camera does not rotate around itself, you can define the point of rotation using the attribute rotate node. For this, the camera must be child of the rotation point object. The outdoor camera tries to avoid other objects. For this, it is checked to see whether the vehicle is visible from the desired camera angle. And if not, then the camera is moved closer to the vehicle. In order to check this, only a few points on the vehicle will be used. These points can be determined by setting the paths of the attribute index of the ray cast node. Usually this ends up being a point in front and on the rear of the vehicle. This is where the lights are defined. There are 3 different types of light displays: real lights, fake lights, and decorative lights. For performance reasons, not that many real lights can be represented. Hence, there are the fake lights, which are displayed when the AI is driving or when there are other players in a multiplayer game. The decoration is always displayed when the lights are turned on. This can be used, for example, to produce a corona effect. There are several light types which you can switch through by pressing the lights button in the game multiple times. Each light can be associated with one or more light types. On the first press, light type 0 will be active. Then light type 0 and 1 at the same time. After that, light type 0 and 2, and so on. Generally, the front light should be light type 0. The back work light should be light type 1. The front work lights, light type 2, and the headlights, light type 3. This is where the steering wheel is defined. The index attribute determines the object in the i3D file, and rotation speed determines the speed with which the steering wheel is rotated. The location of the player when getting out of the vehicle is stored as the exit point value. These are the dimensions of the vehicle in terms of width and length. The attributes width offset and length offset establish the center of the vehicle relative to 0.